Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing a vintage unboxing. Marvellous. And I am excited. For those of you who have seen my vintage Guerlain Derby unboxing, in that video I said that I would only be buying fragrances now that I thought would improve the collection. And that, by the same token, I loved my collection. And that it would be very hard for any fragrances to then get into my collection from now on. Since then, I have bought a few fragrances, you know. But I think that this one is probably the best since I've bought the vintage Guerlain Derby. Whether I've actually stuck to that rule or not is up for debate. But I've certainly bought a hell of a lot less, which was always the aim, to cherry pick things. I have done that with this fragrance. I feel no guilt, no shame, no regret, or what else would I feel? I don't feel any negativity towards this fragrance whatsoever. I am delighted to finally get this fragrance into the collection, and this version of this fragrance, because this fragrance is still available, just not in this packaging, not in this form. I must give a shout out to Natalia. You have seen Natalia in the comments. You have seen Natalia not on stream, but in the chat on streams. Natalia is a friend of the channel. Natalia is a friend of mine. She's from Poland. And she heard me talking about this fragrance once. And she said she would keep an eye out for it. And she did. And she found one. And she bought it. And I said, that's very kind. Let me send you the money and see if you can send it to me. And this is what has transpired. So, thank you for being, I don't want to say the middleman because that reduces it, but thank you for making this happen. I really appreciate it. There are lovely people in the community, people who will do selfless things, and it encourages me to do the same. If I can ever help anybody else, I will try. The only problem I have is that I live on this godforsaken island and they won't let us ship perfume around the world. Bastards! There's no need for it. It could be great if we wanted it to be, but that's where we are. I'm sure there's a good reason for it somewhere, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, enough waffle. The fragrance I am unboxing today is from the house of L'Artisan Parfumier. And this is vintage Timbuktu. Get in. I am delighted to own this. Smelled the later one, smelled the later version, and I'd also smelled this version. I smelled this version first, but not from a bottle. I bought a decant of it, and I loved it. And then I smelled the later version, and I didn't know it well enough, but I knew that it wasn't as grand as it used to be, you know? And I'd heard other people talking about how, excuse me whilst I hydrate, about how this fragrance had been neutered, watered down, reformulated. Any of those words apply. So I decided that I would wait for a vintage bottle, and it took fucking ages. Some of the prices on eBay are scandalous. Don't pay them. Like £250. I got that for half this. I got this for half that, sorry. About 125 plus shipping, which wasn't too bad from Poland, actually. Again, thank you, Natalia. So let's get to it. Let's unbox it. This is the old presentation. It's very nice as well. I like this. This was released in 2004, and the perfumer was the great Bertrand Duchefort. He knows what he is doing. Like I say, this won't be a first impression because I've smelled it before, but it will be an impression. I need to think of a new name for that series, not first impressions, because sometimes they're not first impressions. If anybody has, I might just steal Robes' idea and call it Sampling Samples. Sorry about that, Mark. There you have, black box. Colour scheme's nice though, I must admit. I like the blue, turquoise blue. So, got the L'Artisan Parfumier inscribed into the box, into the bottle, and there is the bottle itself. Fabulous. So, 2004 Bertrand Duchefort. The cap on this is fucking lamentable. There's no chance of dropping it when I pick it up from the cap because it simply doesn't grip at all. I don't know if that's normal or if that's just this bottle, but here we are. So what can you do? Anyway. What do we have here? This is... I don't know if I want to read the blurb because it's fucking gigantic. The perfume has captured the African temperament and presents a new fragrant experience. The green sharpness of ripe mango and the spicy warmth of pink pepper make an impressive prelude to the mysterious heart of aromatic frankincense and papyrus smoke. The pure and light smoke wraps the exotic African flower Caro Caronde and mixes with the earthy and green vetiver. The base is composed of balsam, spices, patchouli, myrrh and vetiver. Like I say, it's gorgeous. I'm going to do a spray and we'll just talk about it a little bit, but spray is not the greatest. I'm worried about that cap, you know. The cap is just... that is rough. But there we are. Don't pick things up by the cap. So instantly you get the mango. Straight away you get this almost spicy mango. I get more cardamom than I do pink pepper. And I get this almost like, I don't want to say fecal, but it's got this warmth to it. Could be the patchouli. But it's got like a depth and a warmth. It is a real Duchefort special, you know? If you're familiar with his work, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a massive Duchefort special. This is the type of fragrance that made him famous. But I get the mango and the cardamom straight away. And then I get this like warm, dry, kind of almost smoky greenness. Vetiver. Myrrh. The smoke is obviously from like the cross between the vetiver and the incense. Papyrus can give that kind of vibe as well. But like the blurb says, it is very light. You know? I also get that brightness from what is Isoe Super. This is big Isoe Super for me, and not in a bad way. It's used brilliantly here. It's fantastic use of it. How it just everything fizzes and and becomes not exotic, but it becomes new. That's what it gives it. It gives it this newness, this freshness, but not just in scent, in sort of the feeling, the experience you have from the fragrance. It's a beautiful thing. I'm very, very pleased to add it to the collection. And so I will draw a line under it there, because I say I've gone 10 minutes already and it's just an unboxing. Sorry about the lighting. I have absolutely no idea what I am doing. Let me know what you think of it, the lighting. Let me know what you think of the fragrance, and just let me know. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.